Hi, and welcome to Travel Titbits 59. And my name is Alex, and today I'm starting a new mini series where we're going off to the airport. Now, I'm not actually traveling by plane today, but going to the airport is quite a regular activity for many travelers. So I thought I'd try a series of going to the airport and finding out just how long it takes and how many different modes of transport I need to get there. So the best way is to start from home, stick on the timer, and let's go to Exeter Airport. So 23 minutes into the journey, I have arrived at my nearest rail station at Barnstaple. Now, the reason I've arrived at this time, over half an hour before my train, is, well, travelling at this time of day is somewhat unpredictable. So my first top travel tip is to add enough time to allow for any busy commuter time. Alrighty, well, I'm going to wait for the cafe to open at 8 o'clock for my first coffee. So the second thing that I'm interested in today, and all the future journeys that I plan to take, is can I recharge my iPhone whilst I am out and about? And it's one of the reasons I brought my cable with me today, and I took a picture a few seconds ago of my USB charger in the car, which is quite a common thing that you see in cars, coffee shops. And of course, what I don't have is a 3-pin plug, which unplugs to give me one of Apple's special connectors. It's quite topical at the moment because I think Apple have been forced to concede that adapters in future need to be universal. And the other thing I always bring with me these days is a battery pack. So don't leave home without it. So expect to see pictures on thumbs up or thumbs down as to whether I can charge on the go. That's a no to the GWR 158 coach sets. Now let's make our way via Eggesford and Crediton on the way to Exeter St David's, where we pass the old transfer sheds. As we approach Exeter St David's, we can see a London-bound train, and it's certainly busy on the station as we head outside to look for the airport bus. Well, as is the way with buses, I'm waiting for a 4A going to the airport. But waiting at the right time was a bus number 4, and the bus that's come in is a number 4. So let's see what happens next. Would you believe it? The bus timetables changed just a few days ago, but never mind, we're soon on our way, and about 25 minutes later we arrive at the airport, where we find there's a big gathering for the flight to Rhodes. Well, here I am at the bus stop at Exeter Airport, and I've just had a look around and taken a picture of a few flights that are coming and going. It's not a very busy airport. The people who are leaving today, or the biggest crowd, is for a Chewy Thompson flight to Rhodes. Very nice. Might even be warmer than here. So, just to tell you a little bit about the airport, this used to be an RAF base, and during the war it was one of the Battle of Britain sites. Exeter suffered quite a bit during the Second World War, and this was one of the defence bases. So where is the airport? Well, it's about 4 miles from the city centre. After it was after it had been an RAF base, it later became a base for the US Air Force, the 440th in 1944. And it first started doing commercial flights in 1952 to Jersey. In 2016, it broke 100,000 passengers for the first time. So not a large number of people, you know, in the grand scheme of things, but if it's taking you where you want to go, then obviously it's ideal. So I will add a little note to the video, because I was tracking the amount of time and I was so desperate to have another cup of coffee, I forgot to check, but I will do, and add a note at the end. So yes, where can you go? So there are eight or nine UK airports that you can go to, and about 20 international destinations. By my reckoning, because one of the two of the airports you can go to are Dublin and Edinburgh. They're very well connected airports. So Dublin, if you're going to North America, Edinburgh, you can get connections to Asia. Well, there's one particular Asian airline I have in mind. So you can pretty much get anywhere in the world. And when you think about the distances of the world involved, even if you go from somewhere like Heathrow Airport, it's at least 1 or 2 hops if you're going to Australia. So in my reckoning, it'd still be 2 hops even if you left from Exeter. So yeah, it's a very interesting question. Where do you fly from? Well, it's all about when and how much time you're going to leave. When I got to Exeter St David's on the train, I discovered that the timetables had changed 3 days ago. So the bus I was expecting to get, 5 minutes after the train, was in fact 25 minutes, because it's every 30 minutes from the city to the airport, and the next one was quarter past. So it didn't matter to me. But tip number 2 is, check the timetables and allow plenty of gaps between when you actually need to arrive at the airport, because it's not like a bus. You need to check in, and if you've got luggage, it's always best to do extra time. So I'm now waiting for the bus to go back to the city centre, because in the next video I'm going to be walking around Exeter city centre, and on a lovely hot day it's meant to get to 25 centigrade later. So yeah, looking forward to that. See you next time.